Welcome everybody to another offseason here in the Denver Broncos franchise. We've been through a lot in this series, the ups, the downs, and now we're coming off our best season of the series. There's no arguing with that. After struggling in the first few games, looking like this was going to be a big disappointment, and then major changes sparked our best season we've had by far. Pretty much nothing under center. Ran a lot out of the shotgun and finally found a way to get to everybody's strengths and not miss anybody. We won 2 playoff games, could have been a third, but of course, you know, my interception showed up at the worst possible moments. But we lost to a good team at least, the defending Super Bowl champs, who will take on the Atlanta Falcons today for the title. Kane not messing up a draft would be a huge surprise. I don't think I'll mess it up today. Hopefully not. We'll see. I've been through all the stats, all the awards, all that good stuff. So if you want to know more about that, check the recap episode I posted, the previous episode. Don't want to go through too much of that here in the off season. But what you can expect today is kind of an ongoing deal with what our needs are going to be. Because we have 2 offensive linemen becoming free agents. Williams could even retire. We have Noah Fant and Centarius Phillips who are going to be free agents. We have to set aside money for Taquan Layton's contract he's about to get next year. And then Darius Slay, he's a free agent. We traded for him, got great play, and now we've got to sign him if we're going to have him stick around. So we don't know what our needs are yet. To be determined. Now, in the recap episode, I talked about tight end and our need there because, like I've mentioned, Noah Fant's going to hit free agency and so is Centarius Phillips. I think it's the most realistic thing to see those 2 who are like our 3rd and 4th pass catchers to get a chance on the open market. Not to say that I won't bring them back, but they have to be able to test first. But I still think that what this team needs at tight end, with how much shotgun we play, I kind of want our starting tight end to have some solid blocking ability and kind of be that 6th offensive lineman. I went through a lot of players to figure out if there were good trade targets, and there really aren't. I was thinking about even guys like George Fant, and there have been a couple players that Blackjacks created in the series, thinking to Caden Sweezy. But I don't know that there's the perfect player for that role. The perfect player would be like George Kittle, somebody who could block, but also give you some good receiving upside. I think regardless, though, I want to move John Anderson to tight end. He could still play some fullback potentially, but he does have the blocking I'm looking for. Comparable to Dalton Schultz, who I showed in the previous episode. And of course, now he's completely gone, so I have to go to another screen to find him. Alright, Anderson's only a 63 overall tight end, so he's not going to be the best in the world, but he is a good blocker. His catching and speed, while not great, are passable. So, I don't think we can call tight end solved just by having John Anderson. But I think Fant, Butt, and Oliver are all free agents. This could be a great chance for Bo Lee if he were a little bit better blocker, but 64 is not great. Keenan Gabbard, by the way, he's also not a great blocker, so we'll have to see what I do to fill that spot on the roster. That's the one for sure need I'm thinking about right now. Got a couple upgrades to do here. Jamari Akinjide coming off a Rookie of the Year campaign. Next season, I want to see him hopefully get those big plays that he wasn't able to convert this season. Let's go with zone here, getting awareness and zone coverage. Really solid ratings. I think next year we could see a big step forward. And then Xavier Watts, 3rd year, 77 zone, 65 man. Why don't we go hybrid with him? 75 overall is pretty nice. 1 agility, 2 tackle, 2 zone. What's the song I used at the end of the AFC title game? Let me find out. The end of the AFC title game. It's probably a sad one. No? Let me find it here. I think this one, right? Another perspective from the YouTube audio library. I don't want to play the sad ones today, though. Got a few super chats here. Actually, one. You should think about trading Curtis Samuel. Hawkeye, thank you for the super chat. I did give that some thought, but just the thought of getting rid of a really good player when we're at the stage we are now, very difficult for me to make that decision. All right, we sim the Super Bowl, everybody. Wow, the Falcons win! They got it done! Prescott Pemberton III is a Super Bowl champion. How do you feel about that, Blackjack? 23-17. He gets it done. 2 scores, almost 300 yards. Mixon, 96 yards. Belafonte, 5 for 15. So they did this without even running the football. Belafonte got a ring. Pemberton got a ring. Cornelius Davis. Hunter Renfrow. Yeah, Belafonte scored a Super Bowl touchdown. That's what I'm talking about. Royce Freeman didn't play then. He must have been hurt. I don't know what happened. That's really strange. I've wondered, what does the jar on the screen mean? It's just a fun little thing. Anytime somebody subs or super chats or becomes a member, just something drops in there. Just a little interactive deal that I've always thought was cool on other people's streams. All points in fourth quarter overtime. Are you serial? Oh, ATL! Wow. The Bengals blew a 17-0 lead. Indeed. What a story going into next season. Freeman retired, so they did run well. That would be so early for Royce, though. That'd be like 7 years retiring. I thought about that, but I didn't think it would happen. Von Miller got a ring. Man, imagine if we could have taken on the Falcons. Did I play the Pro Bowl? No, Billy, I did not play the Pro Bowl. Thank you for the super chat. I haven't played it in this series before. Chargers belong in San Diego. Kaepernick returning. I wouldn't be surprised if he's on a team this year at all. How about that for a Super Bowl, though? Imagine being able to watch that play out. That'd be wild. The Falcons pulled a reverse Falcons. I know, Gio. It's like the most un-Falcon thing to happen on the channel in a while, if you include the head coach streams. The Falcons pulled a reverse Super Bowl 51. Indeed. All right, free agency's here, everybody. We have to take a look at retirements first, though, before we dive too deep into this. All right. Did anybody retire here from our team? Harrison Smith has retired, Patrick Peterson, and Trent Williams. So Williams is going to be gone. Adam Thielen retires after 11. But I still think his age is up there. I think Thielen was an older rookie, if I'm not mistaken. I wonder if there's anybody interesting here in releases. Like a tight end that could fit what I'm looking for. Hayden Hurst, maybe? Would he have the blocking? Jordan Leggett? Jordan Reed? Tyrell's released by the Raiders. I'm checking this out so I can make some decisions before moving forward. Royce Freeman's cut. Lamar Williams got cut. Really? I put Lamar into the series just to see what would happen, but he hasn't had this great career, unfortunately. All right. Oh, yeah, the draft is today, indeed. Hayden Hurst will be old. Yeah, he was like 25, I think, when he was drafted. 24 or 25. Cannot remember exactly. Schultz was released. Ooh, I missed that. I was thinking about trading for him. But we got to take a look at regression here. This is always one of the biggest stories. 14 points down for Jake Butt. I think that we're moving on from him. Only 1 for Miles Jack, but he's 28, so we don't want to see much anyway. 9 for Curtis Samuel at age 28, unfortunately. 2 for McManus. 3 for Starkey at 27. Oh boy, DeAndre Hopkins loses 39, including 10 release, 7 spec catch. Oh man, that's not what we wanted at all. I was thinking it'd be a lot less. He's still going to be really good, but that hurts. And those are the cap numbers going forward. Yeah, regression in this game, not good at all. Devontae way down. Andrews not much. Slay 17, still probably somebody I want to look at bringing back. So a lot of veterans taking some stiff regression here. We have 86 mil in cap space, but say we have to save around 20 or so or more for Taquan Layton. We have to more so look at having 55 or so in cap space, maybe 60 mil. So let's get to it. All right, Slay, do we make this offer? $12 million. David Andrews wants about 10. Like I said, we're letting Fant and Phillips test open free agency. Ja'Kai Polite's 27. I have to re-sign John Anderson if I want to keep him on the team. Okay. I do want to sign John Anderson if possible. Maybe a 2-year contract. Get a small one out the way. Perfect. Chad Moore. For depth in a season, I would not be mad at that. Perfect. Miguel Ramirez. I know I signed him off of somebody's practice squad. I think San Francisco's. I'm going to try to get him to sign a smaller deal here. Usually with lower rated players in the 60s. These work easier. There we go. Yeah, I could make Starkey a receiver again, but I don't think I'm going to re-sign him right now. We'll see if other teams show any interest. Would that mean that Starkey and Pemberton, the lore would have to be they were college teammates at some point? Anything for MLB starting soon? Nothing that I've been thinking about lately. Got my notes here. Because I think I want to try to bring back Andrew Ramsey. Victor Allison as a run stopper. 1-year contract. Okay, I'll have to come back to him. Alright, so we have to decide, are we making any big offers here to like Andrews and Slay, or do we go and see what happens later? With Andrews, I don't really want to mess around here. This offer is under 10. The fair offer is. I'll increase it. I'll go to like 10.5. For 1 season. Alright, Andrews signs. I think I also want to sign Slay and not take any chances. We know how important Slay was to this team. I know he's regressed. I know it's a big salary. But I don't want to lose him. Oh, man. Slay's going to test again. Oh, I thought I made a pretty good offer. All right, we're going to have to come back to those players in free agency. Maybe even McMichael here. I don't think we're using the tag, and I think we're pretty much done there. I don't want to make any more offers. There is the tag I could use on Slay. Let me see how much it's worth. $16.7. 16.7. Do we tag Darius Slay? I have a lot of cap space, yes. I think I'm going to tag him. I just don't want to take the chance. And I know that I'm still going to have a little space to use. So we make sure we keep Slay and Andrews. But now we'll see what's going to happen. I know it's like another 4 million, but like free agency could have driven it to 16 easily. It's a lot. It's a big deal, yes. $47 in space. Treat it more like 20 in space because of where we are. I got a lot of files, yeah. Barry Sanders or Emmett Smith. Never really watched either of them play like live, but I would say like in a one game capacity, I'd want Barry. First L of the day. I mean, if it's a $4 million L, is that really that big of an L? Here we go. Free agency is here. Austin Hooper's available. Noah Fant has a lot of interest. How about... Where's Phillips? 10 teams. I want to see him get big money. All right, so what's happening here at corner? So Gilmore has a bid here, 12.4. So I paid 16.7 for Darius Slay. So Gilmore is getting probably, if I made this offer here, it's worth 96. So that Rams offer is probably worth more like 11. I paid more just to make sure he wouldn't, you know, go somewhere else. I don't think it's that bad of a deal. Cam's a free agent. Hudson Brooks is a free agent again. Adam Kane, no bids. Yep, Trent Williams did indeed retire. Yes. So, with Phillips likely going elsewhere, we'll make an offer here. Just to see. We have a spot open at third receiver. You could sign Tyron Smith to replace Williams. Oh yeah, I kind of forgot about that. Thank you, Sebastian. But that's huge. Huge money. I don't know if I want to go that high. Deion Dawkins, Jake Matthews. How's Deion Dawkins' ratings? Pretty solid. Lane Johnson's also available. Let me check out my offensive line depth. I want to get a whole situation there figured out. So Mack obviously starts next season. We're looking at a new tackle. Probably not going to be Dexter Wheeler. For third receiver now, we're looking at a competition between Price, Butler, and maybe a rookie, along with a couple other backups that we've had over the years. Gio just said Deion Price deserves a chance at wide receiver 3. Yeah, we'll have to see. No tight ends on the roster right now beyond John Anderson. Slay got the monster contract. We could always trade him too. I don't think I will, but Just something to keep in mind, I guess. All right. I will play 2 more years. The latent contract's going to matter. I'm probably playing this until next gen. Is what I'm thinking. All right, so at tight end, who fits what I'm looking for here? I need some blocking ability. 58's pretty low. 71's okay. I know I talked about Dalton Schultz. 75 run block, 81 speed, 78 catching. Yeah, I want to make an offer to Dalton Schultz. We'll go 1 year. Just to see if this even works out. That's a low offer. What about Hayden Hurst? Blocking's a 65 for him. Anybody have like a blocking archetype here? Ryan Izzo does. So will you just not be starting a new franchise in August? Curious what your mindset is as far as when the next franchise will begin. I'm thinking more the next console cycle. Not do a whole situation where I start on last gen and then it gets moved to next gen. Or, you know, next gen comes out. That's what I did with the Rams. I don't want to do that again. Taking a look at so many tight ends here. $70 blocking archetype. 68 run blocking. Chad Sweezy. There was one more player I think I wanted to offer to. Not to necessarily be the blocker, but we need tight ends in general on this team. How about Jordan Thomas? 90 catching, 80 speed. Maybe. Those are pretty low offers here. All right, we'll see if any of those tight end deals get accepted. Might want to make an offer here to Lane Johnson just because he doesn't have one yet. What if I come in a little bit lower here, but still like a reasonable offer, like 70 points? Yeah, I like that. I could bring back Josh Oliver too. Does he have any bids? No? Yeah, the 85-87 combo is just so good. All right, I'll make that offer. I need to take a couple off the board though. Polite does have a bid here from Cincinnati. What about Von Miller? Where's he at? Big one here from Minnesota. What about Anthony Barr? I made him an edge rusher in this game. I edited him because it fit Minnesota's team better. Whoa, his pass rushing is so low. It regressed so quickly. That is so weird. So now he's just like a run stopper. I guess he could probably cover still, but the pass rushing tanked. Another 1-year offer here for Stuart McMichael. Oh, wow. Marcus Duhan's a free agent now. A.J. Brown. Not bad stats there. We have a couple veterans on the team, though. I think I want to get someone young. Oh, Lamar Williams has some interest now. Of course, Kansas City wants his speed. That makes so much sense. Hakeem Butler to tight end. I know that's been suggested, but I don't think... First of all, I think there's a chance for him to play receiver. And I'm looking for blocking at tight end specifically right now. Have I missed anything important? Not too much. Trent Williams retired. And I franchise tagged Darius Slay for a big contract that not everybody liked. So I'm trying to bring in Lane Johnson. Bring back Josh Oliver, Dalton Schultz, Stuart McMichael. That's all I have here so far. Let me go look at the edge rushers again. Polite got his offers, so... Is there anybody with 0 I could offer to? Why not take one of those tackles below Tyron at left tackle? I offered to Lane Johnson. He's 82 overall. So I think that would work out pretty well. All right, 1-year offer here. Ronell Poindexter. And this is just tough to figure out what exactly I want to do. Polite was really good, but he wants 10 a season. I know we have 30, but you can't think of it as 30 because we need to keep money aside for Leighton's future. So I'm not looking at it like 30 million in cap space. Lane had bad pass blocking. How bad was it? He has an 81 pass protector. And that's a little low. I mean, I do want my tackles to be better pass protectors anyway. Deion Dawkins is a little bit better there. You think Deion's better than Lane? I didn't even look. Just backed out right away. 79 pass, 83 for finesse. It's not like we're running a lot of outside zone. I don't think I need my tackle to be a better run blocker than pass. Yeah, I think Deion Dawkins fits better. Good call. Chat does it again. I gotta go at least into the 70s. Prescott Pemberton about to ride the bench. Falcons getting Cam. Yeah, I hope that someone else gets Newton so Pemberton doesn't go from being a rookie Super Bowl winning quarterback to a backup suddenly. 70. No, it's got to turn green. To me, that signals that something under the hood for the game changes when you go green. Better chance of getting it to work. But yeah, I think there are multiple teams wanting Cam. Hopefully it just stays with the Panthers. Come on, Carolina. Don't mess it up. You can get Adam Kane, too. Tyron on a 1-year instead of 2 makes space for quarterback money. I just don't know, like, when it comes to re-signing Leighton, what that's going to do to the current cap. So, when we're comparing possibly 15 million to 7, I think that's a very big difference right now. I just don't think we can, that's not a deal we can make now that Leighton's going to be on a big deal coming soon. Wait, Sydney's a free agent? Sidney Jean-Charles was released? I have a little interest, but I may have to wait till preseason because this is just going to be way too big. There's no way I'm giving Sid like 3 million. 18 points. We'll never take it. We'll have to wait till preseason for that one. Ooh. Reno. Third running back is a need. Reno can catch. That's Spring's main strength. Madison's available. What about Lindsey Whitfield? He was on the Chiefs in this series. The speed's all right. Justin Jackson. How about Northrop? Jalen Samuels is really good in franchise, but I think he'll have maybe a little bit of regression at this point. Not that much. Yeah, I'm offering the Jalen Samuels. See if that works. I've just never had to go into a season quite like this where I'm, you know, so close to my limit, I think, in terms of cap when I want to sign a quarterback to a big deal. All right, everybody, we're going past the first stage of free agency. Over 2,000 of you here in the chat. Thank you for being here today. I appreciate all of you. And Poindexter accepts the offer. Nobody else has accepted nor declined. Samuel's in a hybrid role? I didn't think about that. Jalen Samuels is really versatile. All right, so Von Miller's going to, oh, maybe Minnesota. That's not a done deal yet. Tyron Smith to the Chiefs, and their O-line needed someone like him. Wow. Hooper to the Cards. Fant is going to Jacksonville. 101 point bid, got it done. Centarius Phillips, 3 years, 18.9. I thought it might go even higher. Royce Freeman, 3-year deal, along with Marcus Duhan. Polite got the big deal. Where's Cam? Oh, Brooks signed with the Bills for $50 million. What? 50 million? He just got 50. Oh my goodness. All right. Oh, Falcons, why are you trying so hard? And Vikings, you got Brandon Warren. What are you doing? What are these teams doing? Carolina, you got to step up here. 1-year deals won't affect Leighton's contract. They shouldn't, Hawkeye. I wasn't sure how it would affect his current season's cap, but it would be an extension, so it shouldn't. It's not a brand new deal. It's an extension off an existing one. But still, multi-year deals aren't going to work because then it will impact next season. Didn't go after Tyron just because I thought it would take way too much and might have to be a multi-year contract that I'm not sure we could even afford. Could Jalen Samuels play running back? Or, yeah, he could. Tight end. Can he block? Not sure. We can find a role regardless. What about trying to bring back Vaughn? I think we can handle 1-year deals. Von Miller returns to Denver. That could be pretty fun. spending a lot of time here in free agency. And now Lane has a lot of interest. How about Deion Dawkins? Oh, boy. All right, I got some work to do here. I thought by going 73 points, I could get a first stage win. I was incorrect. It's going to be big. I think McMichael's likely gone. I want to get Schultz under contract for sure. And I think Oliver as well. Should have just kept Polite. It would have taken a 3-year deal probably, and I don't think that would work for us. All right, so Deion Dawkins could get really big money now. Really want to try getting these to work. $85 should be able to get it done. $82 for Schultz is pretty close to. But if we pull that one, we have a little more money to spend. All right, what to do with it now? Anthony Hampton at running back. He has no interest so far. What would this do? 71? How does he compare to Jalen Samuels? 90 speed, really good catching for Samuels. Everything else is just decent. Hampton, maybe a little bit better. Just a 1-year offer there to Hampton, see if that works. Replacing Devontae Freeman. All right, let's save the rest of our cap space for now. Oh, we have scouting to do. Who forgot about the draft? All right, Joaquin Ferreira, 7-7. Oh my, what did you do, Blackjack? What have you done? 429 for Joaquin Ferreira at safety. Oh boy. Trying to top Jamari Akinjide. Brandon Smith. Really good combine. Probably going too high for us. LaMecca ran a 7-7, 4.3940. LaMecca Warwick. Raiders, don't do it. Don't do it. Randy Levine, man, this is an athlete draft class Blackjack put together. For sure. David Covington from Texas. I don't want to use the scouting points, but he had a 7-7 combine at running back. Another 7-7. This class is on another level. How about JT Granger? I knew he was going to be slower. I knew it. When he was 20, had this great zone coverage. I knew you were going to make him a little bit slower. Robert Price. I kind of expected this too. Athletically, just average. Really good route running. How about Eric Outlaw? 4.45, 26 reps. We may not need Von Miller, but what else am I doing with the money at this stage? Mike Holmes, 4.52. I really want to know what his speed is. I want to see these tight ends quick. So Levi Summers, really high bench reps. He might be the tight end that fits our offense best that I'm looking for, but might not be easy to get him. Dwayne Jackson is a blocking tight end, 4.86. That to me is like high 70s, and we don't know any of his receiving ratings. I'm just not sure about him. Torian Morgan, 4.62 as the fastest. So he's the vertical threat. How about Jackson's reps? 29 to Summers, 27. So I imagine that Jackson's a better blocker. I don't even know if Summers is a decent blocker. I just know he's going to have good strength. And I'm hoping that correlates to some blocking. I mean, he's a late first talent, so it's got to be okay, right? There's an 8-1 end. Jarrett Maxiel. It's good to know all these elite players because they can't all go super early. And if we want to try making a move up, you got to have the info. Let's see. Is there anybody on my board I never finished scouting first off? Sometimes I get like 2 ratings done and I don't have enough for the 3rd and then I forget about it. See? An undrafted running back, Spencer Crockett. Still undrafted talent, sadly. Of course, it was an undrafted running back. It always is an undrafted running back. Noah Fant's going to Jacksonville. All right, let me go to wideout quick. I'm looking for athletes. Tyrone Houston's here. I didn't even know that. Hey, Chris, I appreciate the super chat. Hey, Kane, love your vids. Can you give me a quick update? I missed the first hour. So far, Trent Williams has retired. We kept David Andrews. We kept Darius Slay. And then Noah Fant, he's going to Jacksonville on a big deal. And Centarius Phillips is going to Washington on a big deal. Beyond that, we have not made any big signings of our own yet. Blackjack makes the best classes so interesting. Absolutely, he does. Houston's a 5th rounder, really. Tyrone Houston. Thought I'd never see him again. 6'5", Dave Jamieson. Not very fast, but a good route runner. I totally forgot about him. Oh my goodness. Cole Sully. There he is. Could be one of the best sleepers. Cole Sully. Fan favorite. I think it's going to be very easy for us to find a rookie or 2 to compete. If you look at my board here. It's a really good receiver class top to bottom, actually. Going back to free agency quick. We may not need Von Miller, but I'd still like to have him back on the team. I don't want to have a huge drop-off in pass rush. I don't know what else I'd be doing with the money for this year. Come on, Carolina. Don't mess it up. I should sign Cam Newton so that Pemberton and Warren remain starters. Should we bring back Adam Kane? Could that happen? All right. Simming forward a stage. Any new players here? Coming to the Broncos. Von Miller is back. Dalton Schultz. Oh, come on. Rejected by Dion Dawkins. We do bring in Anthony Hampton and Josh Oliver too. So running back's pretty solid. But Von Miller is back, and he's got his number. 58. He's got a new Super Bowl ring, too. But that takes care of our pass rush rotation now. I don't think we have to add anybody for either spot. But now we have to look at a new tackle because Dawkins just left. Dawkins got way more than his initial fair offer did. Hampton's not going to start. No, he's going to be just like Devontae Freeman last year. So Jawan James coming back. Tackle has just become our top need, I think. Lawan's all right. How about Colton Miller? I need pass protector at tackle. I got pretty unlucky here. Anybody got any plans there? Maybe a trade? Scooby Blaylock on the trade block. Noah Manu Y. Simon Robbins. Okay. I might be able to make that work. Robbins is in his, he's got 2 years left on his deal. It would make it so I didn't necessarily have to draft a tackle. Manu Y is from Kalispell Dynasty. Has some decent ratings here, but against finesse rushers, good luck. Simon Robbins, and their top need is at receiver, then guard safety. Do you like Brody Woods? Do you like any of these players? None of them. Thank you. That's great news. You like all the wideouts. Well, that's one way to get a deal done. We have sent Arsenio Choice to the Dolphins, and we may have a brand new starting tackle. I can't believe that actually worked. All right. That's a pretty good trade for us. So welcome Simon Robbins to the offensive line. He has 81 pass block. He has sufficient strength. He's pretty good against finesse rushers, not so great against power rushers. He could be our starting tackle going forward. Yeah, I might want to put Kyle Dillon on the trade block. I'm curious about the Raiders and if they have quarterback labeled as a need. I'm just curious. Do the Raiders think they need a quarterback? They do. They do, everybody. Do they end up taking Lamecca Warwick? I know it's what Blackjack wants to see. It would make for an amazing story. The Bills want a quarterback. That's why they got Hudson Brooks. I just want to take a look at something. I don't think it's happening. As much as I'd like to. All right, a fifth-year option for this year. Norman Proctor. Probably picking this up. What's the plan with Palmer? So the plan is going to be to increase his snaps. But I like having rotation regardless. And he's going to play a lot. It's just what we had last year worked. We had Polite who played well. We swapped in Palmer occasionally. I kind of just want to do that again. We had the cap space to bring back Vaughn, so why not do it? This is a pretty fun class. Cam has not been signed yet, I don't think. That or I just haven't checked free agency in this stage. Adrian Spencer, 4.34 40-yard dash. Pretty good top 3. Wow. This is going to be an interesting draft because I might be willing to move up with the way our roster looks right now. It's also a pretty good kicker class if I wanted to replace McManus with somebody cheaper. The thing I'm not sure about is, like, is Kenny Kessler also high rated? Like, is his talent matching? I don't want to find out by spending my points. But Lamecca could be the second quarterback off the board, not the first. We'll have to see. This seems like a really top-heavy class. Like, the first round is just fire across the board. Late round pass rush steals? You can never have too many pass rushers. There's one, Carrick Tryon from Michigan. Still draftable. All right, let's check out free agency and see what's changed. I have another fifth-year option, too. Eric McKinney. At this stage, I think I want to pick it up because I doubt we have Slaby on this season, and we got to see if McKinney can take that next step. But I got to see if one of these teams messed up with a signing here at all. Cam to the Vikings. Is he going to start over Brandon Warren? 6'5" punter. I like our punter situation. I don't know that Cam is ever going to start. I think Brandon Warren is, but now they have the best backup and paid a lot for him. All right, then. So what are the Panthers doing? What are the Panthers doing? Oh, man. If the Panthers play Adam Kane. No interest here from these quarterbacks. Oh my God. Are the Panthers really going to do this? Wow. Look at combine numbers for undrafted O-linemen. That's a good call. That's a good call. The Panthers may have a secret plan here. They could still draft somebody, keep in mind. But imagine if they start Sid. That is amazing. I forget how good our safety depth is. I know we have Garland. Watts plays regularly. Chad is dying to see the 6'5" punter combine stats. I'll get to them next time. Thank you, Rec. Garland, Ramirez. I think I want to stick with Garland. Trade the Panthers, Kyle Dillon. If they want Sid, I don't want to get in their way. I want Sid to start if that's their whole plan. Well, Sidney Jean-Charles has rejected our offer. It looks like he's going to Carolina. And right now, he would be the starting quarterback. That would be hilarious. Does anybody know what division we play this year? This is still last year's stuff. We played the North this season. I don't know what's next in rotation. Hungry Gamer just asked the same question I did. Thank you. I don't know. It would have to be whoever we played in year 2, right? Who did we play in year 2? Let's see our opponents in season 2. We had the Raiders, of course. It's the South. Wow. Great vids, Kane. Check schedule when draft starts. Will do. Thank you. Absolutely will. All right, so we have the Falcons on the schedule for sure. We're going to face Justin Colbert and the Saints. Maybe Sidney Jean-Charles. And whatever Tampa's doing these days. What are they doing? They still got Jameis. Before we move forward, though, I am not against trading Kyle Dillon. Is anybody's interest even green? Not a single team has high interest in Kyle Dillon, so I don't know. All right, there's a punter out here with a 6'5" combine. Rory Haylett Swinton. Beast. What if he has, like, some skills that make him good at another position, too? You never know what Blackjack's going to try here with his classes. 27 reps. And that's just because he got bored. I know I didn't really get to any offensive linemen here. Maybe I can find somebody with a good first trait. All right. I think we're about ready for the draft, everybody. This is going to be a fun one. Punter at tight end. I wonder what else he could do. All right, so looking at our roster, I don't think we need much on offense. Maybe a depth receiver. I could consider a tight end as well, but I think complementary receiver is the main need. I think I'd be pretty comfortable with Simon Robbins, but if I have a chance to take a really good tackle, I should probably take it. Defensively, I think we could look at corner just for the future because Slay is probably only going to be here one more season. Maybe linebacker depth. Otherwise, there aren't a lot of glaring needs. We have a pretty good roster here. I like it a lot. So with that, everybody, let's see what we can make happen. Let me save quick, and we'll draft. Punter. Colby Wadman's been so good, and we're about to replace him if the chat gets what they want. I work for a college team, and our punter can make one-handed catches, throw 50-plus yard bombs, as well as being a top 5 punter in college. That's amazing. Punters can do it all these days. All right, so we pick at 30, and there are certainly some players worth trading up for. When you think about JT Granger, you think about Joaquin Ferreira, you think about the receivers at the top. So we just got to see how things fall. Moving up in the top 10's awful difficult. So my main question, when do the quarterbacks go? And the earlier the better, because it pushes everybody else down the board. This is probably a trade-up year for us, but not top 10 trade-up year. That's just too difficult. So, the Raiders pick number 2. That's the pick I really want to see the most. So, we begin. Number 1 overall, Jarrett Maxiel from Clemson. So, Washington gets some big boosts this season. They get Maxiel. They get Centarius Phillips. How about Oakland? They have a need at quarterback. They have identified that themselves. The Raiders are on the clock. Do they go Lamecca Warwick? This is the pick we've all been waiting for. Kenny Kessler to the Raiders. A new quarterback at 77 overall. So where does Lamecca go? Right now, I'd be eyeballing the Panthers pick. Eckhart Lindegard from Ohio State. Next. Joaquin Ferreira, 81 overall to New England. Wow. That's a big pick for them. Daniel Foster, top 5 to Detroit. I thought he would be around a lot longer. Green Bay. Brandon Smith, Kalispell Legends, going to the NFC North. The LA Rams. Josh Colbert II. Philly. Brian Goodson. And now, I gotta think this is Lameka Warrick here. There's no way they're starting Sid. There's no way. Lameka Warrick to the Panthers. We'll take him on in his rookie season. How long will we have to wait? A little bit, anyway. Mid-season. All right, we take on the Carolina Panthers. We get the Dolphins again this year. We get the Bengals again in Week 17. And we open against the Raiders. So we'll see Kenny Kessler as a rookie, of course, twice. We'll see Pemberton in Week 3. It's a pretty good roster, or a pretty good schedule, I think. Lameka Warrick. There you go. Jeremy Pitts next. So, do we look at possibly trading up now? Here are the top players available. Plenty of difference makers. What position stands out as the main need? I think trading up makes the most sense for a receiver or corner right now. I wonder when Granger goes, because he's early projection, or early talent, late projection. Could be any time. There's Price, Randy Levine. I can't see edge rusher happening. Alfred Henderson. Early first round talent, Alfred Henderson. Possible. But he's going soon. We like Granger a lot for sure. So Chicago's here at 11. How hard is it to trade up? A 2 and a 4 may even get it done. Yeah, receiver is really deep. It's just as a premier talent here that's available. But yeah. It's probably best to wait at least a little bit here at receiver. When it comes to Granger, though, I'm worried he goes literally any pick. Levine to run with Jack or the cornerback to replace Slay. Yeah, we can't sleep on Randy Levine either. Pass coverage archetype. Jack's getting older, entering a contract year. Appreciate Super Chat. Why am I going for receiver? Because now third receiver is a lot weaker. And Samuel's entering a contract year, and he and Hopkins are both older. Yeah, I like Robert Price. The route running would be really nice to have. We can sim a few picks. Zachary Sellers off the board, 75 overall guard. Alfred Henderson to Tennessee at 76 overall. Cleveland. Chris Bullock at corner. This is unfolding pretty well so far. This is so tough because no matter what we're doing, it's kind of like preparing for the future. Whether it's, you know, linebacker, corner, wideout. The receiver that we would take would have a good chance to play pretty early. Robert Price is there. What to do? I want JT Granger. Is Price early first? I don't think so. I think he's late. Yep. Everybody's saying Colt. Or it's just being spammed. This is really difficult. Like, Blackjack made a good class here, but also just the state of our roster doesn't make it easy to choose what direction to go in. But regardless, I don't think right now I want to give up my second round pick. Justin Henry's taken. Randy Levine is going to Buffalo. How about Miami? Jarvis Moon. What was his school? Not available. Maurice Abrams going to San Francisco. Paul Montgomery. Trade Kyle Dillon in your first for Granger. I don't do player trades in the draft too often unless I can really justify it. And in the first round, I can't. There are so many good receivers here. Yeah, the receivers aren't all that fast, but they still have some interesting skill sets. Like, a route runner makes sense when you look at the skill sets of Price, which is a deep threat, and then Butler, which is like possession, red zone threat. I've been wanting a receiver like Robert Price for a long time, but we saw last year with Marquand Clifford, if we don't know the catching in these classes, I mean, you can't just assume that it's going to be fine. Yeah, Granger could end up just having a safety skill set too. I don't know, like if his man coverage is really low. It's not getting any easier. The chat wants Granger. Robert Price is Dion's cousin would be a cool story. Did Blackjack say that? JT Granger equals Richard Sherman. That certainly crossed my mind. What would it take here to move up with Pittsburgh? Who want corner, by the way. It's probably going to take too much. I don't want to give up our 2. All right, so we're going to sim past Pittsburgh's pick, Keith Harrell. And now we're not going to trade with KC because they're division rival. Mark Glenn. They take a different corner. Now the Giants are on the clock. A lot of people are saying don't trade up. I think we're going to have a really good chance at our pick to make a solid selection. But I don't know that Granger and Price both make it there. Who are probably my 2 favorite players. Watch Granger and Kane be like Kane and be like a 60. That wouldn't happen because we know his true talent. We didn't know the true talent for Kane. Wide receiver makes more sense. Yeah, I think that they're pretty equal, but the receiver would play more early on. Wait until one goes and trade up for the other. I mean, that's a lot of times my strategy, but it's like, oh, am I happy enough with that idea? I know I can get a receiver later, for sure. Deep receiver class. Giants need quarterback. I know there's a quarterback from Alabama they could potentially take here. With the way this class is, though, I just don't want to give up our 2 to move up, and it's still taking a lot. I don't have a 3. Robert Price off the board, going to the Giants. Okay. So now Price is not an option. Minnesota's next. So right now, of course, we like Granger a lot. He makes the most sense here with our first round pick. There's also Jeff Williams. Who's probably a lot more well-rounded. Jason King. I wonder if he has any good receiving ability. There are going to be some solutions to my problems in this draft. It's all about trying to draft them. Outlaw at cornerback. Don't know how his coverage ratings are going to be, but Probably has the athleticism to do it. All right, Minnesota. How tough is it to get a deal done here? 4 picks away. Don't want to give up my second round pick, which makes this very, very tough. At the same time, there's so much depth in this class. I don't want to give up both 4s. Man, I don't think I want to trade up. I did, but I don't. Patrick Williams. It's such a deep class. Jazir Day. Eric Outlaw to the Ravens. That's a great pick. 5 picks away. I just want to see if it's gotten any easier. I'm going back and forth constantly here. They have corner as one of their top needs. One of them. But to give up multiple picks here is tough. Both 4s may get it done, but then we're looking at our second round pick and nothing till the 5th. Yeah, I think Granger goes right here. A future pick, you know, I kind of like the idea of a future pick. Who is this again? Jacksonville? Give up a pick next year. Yeah, I sometimes have a blind spot there and I forget about future picks. So what about our 3 next year? Just curious. One more late pick and that could get it done. So future 3 and a 7th round pick. Would that work? No, we have to go up a little bit more. 6th round pick. Future 3. This year's 6, and we have finally moved up after all. Only having to give up 1 present day pick, and it's a late one. All right. Finally. I know that was agonizing to watch, I'm sure. I want JT Granger. Granger is a 76 overall zone archetype corner. His man-to-man is not that bad. 63. Yeah, I thought it could be even worse. But he's going to get time to develop. We'll put all those points into man-to-man coverage. 87 zone right away is really nice. 81 injury, though. A little injury prone. Not bad. Now we're very deep at corner and prepared for the future there. And he's only 20 years old. Not bad. Pretty happy with that pick. Let me save it quick and we'll move on. Now with this 2nd round pick, I'm really thinking about Levi Summers. I know it's a little risky, but the upside if he is the tight end I've been looking for. Oh, Jeff Williams went next. I thought Williams would be there at our 30 pick. He didn't even make it that far. Raquan Bryant to the Chargers. Phil McGill's off the board. Eric Bryant from Kalispell going to Jacksonville. Josh Hamilton and the Super Bowl champions, John Anderson. All right. There goes T-Shawn Clifford, 75. I didn't scout these early running backs, really. But there are some good ones, and now the run on running backs is happening. 4 in a row. Ah, the streak is broken as Jaron Williams will go to the Lions with Daniel Foster. 2 Kalispell players going there. How about that? Now I'm thinking about probably receiver and tight end. Receiver's pretty deep, so it doesn't have to be here. But as long as Mike Holmes is available, I gotta consider that. But at tight end, Levi Summers, late first round talent. I'm thinking he'll have some decent blocking, but would he be a difference maker? Like tight end, you need so much info at tight end to really be sure if you want that well-rounded approach. And the top 3 Madden system isn't very good for that. And there goes Mike Holmes here to Cleveland. There goes Dwayne Jackson at 75. I gotta see his ratings. I'm not really looking at trading up either. Parker Kirkpatrick. Clifton Stewart. Rashad Cole. A lot of tight ends are going. Adrian Spencer. Yes. So no 3rd round pick. Could take Levi Summers. James Huggins is available. Summers is a first round talent at tight end. I want Levi Summers. The pick is in. Summers is a 73 overall hidden dev player, 63 blocking archetype. We'll see if that's good enough. 79 speed, 57 run block. So he's going to need some work there. Ooh. Hidden dev, though. That means something. I don't think he's going to stretch the field like Noah Fant ever. We got some work to do with that. Blocking can go up pretty easily. The chat likes this. I thought they may not because of his lower speed and lower run block. But if I make him a focus player and get him that early dev, I don't see any reason why he wouldn't become the tight end I'm looking for. Maybe we get lucky too and get a couple speed upgrades. Levi Summers. I don't draft tight ends early very often. So, that's a little bit different. So now we don't pick till the 4th round, but it's very early, so it's almost like we're not missing our 3rd round pick, after all. Summers a steal this late, I think. I expected him going earlier. Okay. Willie Morris going to Detroit. Kind of like the Lions draft so far. Fred Barclay to the Bears. And James Huggins. You're kidding me, Miami. You always do this. I wasn't looking at a trade up. I still want to address receiver. The chat definitely wanted me to trade up for Huggins. But I think that we have a lot of good players at linebacker. Of course he goes to Miami. Miami's been amazing in this series. Quan Tippins to Pittsburgh. Well, that's Tony McAdams' team. This is a Scooby Blaylock situation. Unfortunately. Torian Morgan. Aiden Spithill. And almost there. Austin Jenkins goes 2 picks before us to Cincinnati. And we're on the clock again. All right, 2 4s, 2 5s, and a 7. Wow, Harvey Davis top 3 is really nice. I know I don't need defensive tackle, but he's out there. All right, what to do here? Still have a lot of receivers on the board. Vashawn Wright has the best true talent. 4.43, good short, good hands, good catch in traffic. Sully has a very similar top 3 and a 4.41 40. But Wright has the edge in terms of talent and age. Aries Ross Thompson. Thank you, Gio, for the super chat. Ooh, a 5-second 40, though. A run stopper, if he can ever find the running back, though. He's slow. How slow did you make him, Blackjack? Like a 72? I don't mind a trade down here, but I think I know what I want to do with my next selection. So 2025 would be future picks. We could pick up a future 4 and grab a 7. We could grab a future 3 and get it right back from Minnesota. A future 3 from Miami. Well, that's going to be a late 3, I'd imagine. All right, do you want a 4 next year and a 7 this year, or just a 3 next year? All right, who do I think slumps next year? I mean, we got 3 teams that I expect would be decent at least. I'm going to go with Seattle and hope for some Russell Wilson regression or something. I'm taking theirs. I'm counting on Minnesota being pretty good again. So Seattle moves up to take Ladarius Barber. Good pick. So perhaps I could have moved up for James Huggins. Michael Hurst has been taken. And this is where I want to go wide receiver. I'm going to select Vashawn Wright. He is the best receiver available. And he is our 4th round pick. 70 overall, normal development. 91 speed. Not a great deep route runner, but that's okay. I don't think he has to be. And I like that his skill set is different from Price and Hakeem Butler. So Wright has a chance to grow as a slot receiver. I'm guessing his ratings are a little bit better than where I forget his name. Miles Starkey was. Similar. But Vashawn Wright could compete for snaps here as a rookie. I imagine Sully's going to have a couple weaknesses, but I don't think that Sully would have necessarily bad deep route running. I want to know what Blackjack did to his spec catch, though. I wouldn't be surprised if his spec catch is amazing and it lifts his overall while everything else is a little bit lower. Because he made so many big plays at Kalispell, I know that's going to be reflected in his skill set. Alright, so no picks for a little bit. Got 2 5s, though. Mike Butler. Man, there are so many Kalispell players in this class I didn't even notice. Baraka Frederic is going to the Raiders. Love it. All right, not the most interesting picks here. Mostly high 50s, low 60s. Everyone's got to take a quarterback, apparently. And here we are again. 5th round, 2 picks to make, and then we have 1 in the 7th. Still on the board, 18 players. All right. We have addressed corner, receiver, and tight end. So maybe we go defense again. Kind of wish we had an off-ball linebacker on the board. I'm curious about Jason King, too. Getting a lot of Colt and punter comments right now. Could double up at receiver. I know we lost Arsenio Choice in a trade. I don't mind doubling up on receiver. I think with Price in a contract year, Samuel in a contract year, I think Butler as well. Let's bring in another young receiver. Colt Sully, 68 overall with hidden dev. All right. What do we got? Wow, he's a lot more well-rounded than I expected. 91 speed, 75 spec. I thought spec would be a lot higher. But his catch and traffic's decent. Release is really low. So there we go. We have another option at wide receiver here for the future. Vashawn Wright and Colt Sully join the team. There goes Tryon. We're on the clock again. Leonard Allen, a 4th round talent, is still out here. Definitely BPA. .469. That's more linebacker speed, but he's 195 pounds. I know we have interest too in the fullback. We're just taking a lot of speculative picks, I think, on offense. But yeah, Jason King. I want Jason King. I gotta know. 76 overall. Normal dev. King has 89 lead block, 75 speed, 77 run block. .67 catching. Go with the AA+ kicker. I think the chat's going to want a punter now. So a new fullback, Jason King. I do like little I formation from time to time with my team here, so I like that. And I mean, you're not going to make a lot of better picks, I think, in the late rounds. It's hard. Backups who may never really get much of a chance versus like specialized skill sets. We got one more pick to make. Oh, there goes Leonard Allen. Good pick again for Miami. They don't miss. Miami doesn't miss. I mean, they missed the playoffs, of course, but that's about it. And now do we take the super athlete at punter? Some of these really late picks are better than like the 5th rounders. Okay, not the Trey Walker I was thinking of. Almost there, everybody. It's been a fun offseason. Hope you've had a good time today. If you haven't already done so, please leave a like on the stream. We're set to make our final selection. Grab another 7 and take the kicker and the punter. Rory Haylett Swinton. He's our 7th round pick, a hidden dev punter. .98 kick power, 79 speed. I have to know if he has 73 tackle. What else could he play? Rory Haylett Swinton. The right tackle he only scouted 1.0 was a 71 overall. Yeah, he went, I forget which team took him. I wish I had scouted him fully. He's a rugby player. Oh. See, what I like about what Blackjack does is he will like give us things we've never seen, but it all has a reason. It all has a way to be explained. It's not just like cheap. And that's what I like about his classes so much. Rugby player. Makes too much sense. I mean, there's not too much Blackjack hasn't done at this point, so. Rugby player. Kind of a weird draft class, honestly, to go corner early and then tight end, double up on receiver, take a fullback and a punter. But that's how it goes today. And now I wonder, he's got some ratings that are good for other spots. What else could he do if he doesn't play punter? His run blocking isn't even bad. His tackling is really good. Like special teams, linebacker skill set with a little bit of tight end skill set, I think, as well. Did it show his catching here? 66. I love it. All right, let's take a look at this draft class then. Jarrett Maxiel was the #1 pick, just like the Chase Young pick here. Superstar edge rusher going to Washington with no weaknesses. Can't miss. But we're going to be facing now Kenny Kessler twice this season for the Raiders. And Kenny Kessler has pretty solid ratings here off the bat. Hidden dev as well. I think Oakland has a pretty good quarterback here potentially. How about Lindegaard? Hidden dev linebacker. Not bad. Jacked. All right, Joaquin Ferreira. 81 overall safety. 95 speed. 77 zone. 80 tackle. 86 hit power. Daniel Foster, hidden dev to the Lions, went super early. 76 man, 73 zone coverage. Brandon Smith. How about LaMecca here for the Panthers? Will he have any weaknesses right away? Because he did declare very early. I'm not surprised by this. Now, he declared in the series in the Dynasty way before any of us expected him to. So, it makes sense that he enters with a skill set that shows he has a ton of potential, but still some work. 95 throw power, 94 speed, lower accuracies right off the bat. I really hope they run a scheme that can take advantage of his speed like that. 94. That's an exciting pick for Carolina. Jeremy Pitt, Zachary Sellers. How about Alfred Henderson? You guys kind of talked me out of trading up for him. Normal dev, but probably the best day one skill set in the draft. That's some of the give and take you get in Blackjack's classes. Sometimes if you want the best player long term, you have to not take the best player right away. So in some instances, you'd want to take like a late first super athlete over a mid first average athlete, if that makes sense. Look at Warwick's other skills. Yep. Big speed, very fast. Elusiveness, break tackles an 80. Oh wow, he could play receiver too. And he could play defense. And he could return kicks. He can do it all. I can't believe he declared early, though, as a redshirt freshman. I don't think anybody saw that coming in the Kalispell Dynasty. All right, Robert Price. 72 overall. Routes are good. The catching wasn't like Marquand Clifford. Would have been a fine pick, but we would have had to move up for him. Eric Outlaw. Going to a team with a history of great defensive talent. 86 hit power. 72 zone. That's a fun fit. How about Jeff Williams? He also had hidden dev. 76 man, 71 zone. So he is more well-rounded there than Granger. But Granger's 87 zone coverage is like veteran caliber. Just like he was out of high school. Do everything. I think I remember that video you made for Kalispell, and he did, like, I want to say you put together clips that showed that skill set. And the first thing that came to mind was, like, he's got this skill set of, like, #1 high school recruit. All right, Phil McGill. Okay. So just like a step down in skill from Robert Price. Tyshawn Clifford, Marquand Clifford's brother. 97 speed. So the Clifford brothers are fast, and they both just have never been able to catch the football. And yes, I will edit Clifford's number. Sean Taylor's 21 special. Yeah, where did Austin Jenkins go? I can't remember. The run on running backs, though. Jaron Williams to the Lions. I gotta know about Mike Holmes. He had hidden dev. I knew it. This is Cleveland's chance to develop a player somewhat similar to Centarius Phillips. They never did. How about Dwayne Jackson? Yeah, the catching is just super low. Was Jackson a player that the class generated and you didn't really mess with? Jenkins to Cincy. That's right. He replaces Hampton. I want a new song. All right, we got to see James Huggins. Hidden dev here. 85 speed, 79 zone coverage. I bet he plays very early for Miami. I'd hope so. I know they have Jerome Baker, and he develops super well in franchise. Can you imagine Baker and Huggins? My goodness. Quan Tippins, hidden dev as a backup with morale decrease. Interesting. All right, Austin Jenkins. He got normal dev 67. 91 speed, 80 juke, 76 elusiveness. Not bad. I think this is pretty fair. Thought maybe he'd get hidden dev, but it's fair. Now that tackle I was interested in, I think he was like a 71. Maybe I missed him. I don't think he went this late, did he? Was it Roland Thomas? Ooh. That would have been a nice pick for us. I'm still happy with our offseason as a whole. Turn music down? Is it too loud? All right. So here are the best players from this draft class. Most went very early. Fastest player. Tyshawn Clifford, and then Joaquin Ferreira. Scary. 95 at safety. Got second best hands in the draft, too, with Vashawn Wright. Robert Price, 85 short route running. McGill, 80. Reggie Poland, 62 overall. His accuracies are pretty good, though. He's just terrible at everything else. So he's like really good in 7-on-7s, but throw on the run, break, sack, throw under pressure. Got to keep him as clean as possible. That's a unique skill set here. That's an archetype that they kind of miss, I think, in these games, in these draft classes. '81 man, Chris Bullock. And Granger, easily the best zone coverage. The A+ and A+ kicker didn't get drafted. Yeah, we'll have to see if he gets signed, because other teams will get a chance before me. I'll take a look. Oh, Willie Morris, most injury-prone player in the draft. Backing up Josh Rosen now. Change Kessler's number? What was his number? All right, let's go to preseason then and check out these undrafted free agents. I don't know. I saw like a million people saying that change it from 17. Now I'm changing it back. Does anybody remember the kicker's name? Although I think an A+ kicker would stand out when I sort by ratings. He might have been signed. Other teams get a shot before me. So these are all the undrafted signings. Other teams go first. And they sign veterans too. Rick Thomas was available for a brief moment. Now the Chargers have him. Why was he ever released by Buffalo? Or maybe they couldn't come to an agreement. Javi Cortez Phillips got cut? CPU does weird stuff. Quinn Morrissey to the Bucks. All right. '70 overall kicker. 94 power, 90 accuracy. I thought maybe to get him, we'd have to actually draft him, just because the CPU gets that first shot. I don't know why Rick Thomas is on a new team, but now we're going to face him. The former Kalispell kicker. I mean, his rookie season wasn't terrific, but 2 were blocked. If he hits those kicks, it's fine. All right, let's check out free agency. Adam Kane, still out there. Jalen Samuels, but I'm pretty happy with our running back situation now. That's right. Sung-Ho Kwok from Boise State. We got to sign him. Tyrone Houston didn't get drafted. Hidden Dev. All right, we're signing Tyrone Houston. Joe Buck. Not bad so far. Interested in an off-ball linebacker, maybe. Hidden Dev for Courtney Hayward. Might as well. Taj Waddle at safety. Ratings aren't that great. I was open to maybe signing a kicker and cutting McManus, but now I don't think it's gonna work out that way unless somebody got cut. All right, let's take a look at our stuff here. Who was available? Maurice Doucette? I must have missed him. Very deep in the secondary, as we always try to be. Why cut McManus? Just because we could get cheaper at kicker. And obviously, like, kicker matters more. I matter more than the ratings, really, when it comes to the position. But I don't want to take a downgrade at kick power and a downgrade at accuracy if I don't have to. Kwok's throwing ratings? Absolutely. He's got a battle, though, with Sean Schaffer. Forgot I signed him. I think I have to go to my whole team to see. Let's sort by short accuracy. Leighton, Payment, Bo Lee. Third best short accuracy on the team. And Kwok has 73 with 81 throw power. So, comparable to payment in Bo Lee. Akinjide, 70 short accuracy. But now Leighton's at the stage where he has the best short accuracy. He's tied for the best medium accuracy, and he's tied for the best deep accuracy. So soon he'll have the lead for all three categories. Colt Sully is the first Kalispell offensive player we've drafted, right? I think that'd be right. Yeah, first from Kalispell anyway. Obviously Leighton was from the Dynasty, but not from the Warhawks. So I think right away, Schultz becomes the starting tight end, but I'm going to make Levi Summers a focus player. And obviously I'm going to play with him in preseason, but I doubt he makes a huge year one impact. I do need more corner depth. At this point, I have enough tight ends to worry about, so I don't think I'm going to sign Jalen Samuels and move him there or anything. Maurice Doucette. Probably better off moving him to safety. We'll sign Jeffrey Huber and Maurice Doucette, though. Doucette's a scheme fit, at least. Skinner. 82 speed, 72 tackle. We can give him a shot. I think I'm pretty happy with where things are at right now with the team. Swami's in here. What's going on, man? Hope you enjoyed the offseason. It was fun. I think we have a good team going into the future once again. So in the preseason, we have a battle, of course, at receiver. We have a battle at tight end. That should be a lot of fun. I like skill player battles. But defensively, I think it's pretty straightforward there. Looking to see if, you know, anybody shows up as a good rotational pass rusher. Not a ton of change. And we don't want a lot of change after being as good as we were last season and being that close to the Super Bowl. So we do what we could. The main area where we got worse, I think, is downgrading from Trent Williams to Simon Robbins at tackle. That's a big drop-off in rating. And then also no Noah Fant. Not only do we go down in skill at tight end, but now we're looking at probably, you know, a very different approach. And I wanted, you know, if we're moving on, to have somebody who's a better blocker. I think they'll benefit our running game even more. That was so good last season. And make us a little more versatile there. Kinda. I guess we lose versatility with field stretching with Fant. But if I want that, that's why Josh Oliver's on the team. He can still stretch the field. So I wouldn't be surprised if I end up playing Oliver in certain situations. Much like I sub out running backs in certain spots, I could do that at tight end if I want more of a vertical element at the time. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this one. I hope you guys enjoyed the off-season today. I think that's going to do it for me here. Getting hungry, going to grab some dinner, and then chill out. But tomorrow, Super Mega Baseball 3 will debut on the second channel, so be on the lookout for that. And then, I guess next up here is off-season, or preseason. Not sure if I'll be able to stream it. We'll see. I'll try. I know I have to do another head coach stream because I'm caught up on that now. But yeah, I'll get that all sorted out this week and we'll figure it out. Check out the schedule. I did that in the draft, but here's a look at what we have. Raiders to open, then the Steelers, the champion Falcons, the Chargers, the Ravens. Eric Outlaw is going to be here. Fun schedule. The sliders I can show you, but keep in mind I'm not on the newest patch. So, you know, I imagine they still play well on the newest patch, but there may be some tweaking you have to do. It's a little bit older set from Mat 10 with a few changes I've made to blocking for the CPU to make them a bit stronger. Intentional grounding is off because it helps control CPU quarterback behaviors. It's a lot easier to manage with grounding off versus on. What is this song called in the YouTube audio library? It is called Nightingale. Punter to outside linebacker. Do we think his ratings would be solid there? I mean, I am curious about what it would be. And keep in mind, hidden dev, if I move him somewhere, I mean, like, developing him, not out of the question. I'm guessing, though, like, high 50s here. $45. Not going to rush the passer. Decent speed, decent tackling. I don't know yet what I want to do with him. I could keep him at punter, but Wadman's been so good. But at 45 overall, like, he could develop pretty quickly if I wanted him to play linebacker is all. The hit power is already good. The tackling is really good. He just has to be a very one-dimensional player. I don't know yet what I want to do with him. Fullback? I mean, we already drafted a really good fullback. He may fit there, but I doubt he stays there. He's a lefty, too. $70 overall fullback. All right, let's see what he is at tight end then. How did your punter get injured? We decided to give him a few carries at fullback. He's also on coverage assignment for kick returns. Yeah, he's got to do a little bit more than other punters sometimes. Can you imagine, though, like in practice, like, all right, kicker, we have to work on my tackling a little bit. Sorry. 60 overall tight end. I don't know yet what to do with Rory, but we'll find something. And then, with the vision in mind, we'll develop him the best we can. Make him the kicker. I know his kick power was high. What was his accuracy again? he can kind of play every position. Kind of. And if you weren't aware, Blackjack made him... He is a rugby player. 98 kick power, 76 kick accuracy. I know it's not as flashy, but his calling may be at kicker. I could save money by releasing McManus. Not that I need it, but it's one thing you can do. All right, last one here. How is he at quarterback? All right, 12. Not a thrower. Not yet, anyway. People are saying move King to O-line. All right, how versatile is Jason King? O-line is going to take some strength. That he has. But you see a lot of these ratings here are just so low. Tight end may work. How is he at tight end? .71 overall. Tight end could be really messy this year. We could have a lot of competition. His 70 pass block is super nice. He has the best blocking out of any tight end on the team then. But a few of the ratings are just not that good, like the finesse ones. So it's hard to calculate that when there's such a range. That lead block, though, is really good for fullback. But yeah, he can't catch the football right now. That could easily change because he has, if he had like tight end development, their catching goes up really quick. We're going to have some roster battles in preseason. I can't wait. If I have a chance to do it live, I definitely will. I'd like to. It's always fun. All right, everybody, that's going to do it for me today. I hope you enjoyed the off-season. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll be back again next weekend. We'll do it all over again with the Kalispell Warhawks. How does that sound? Please leave a like, subscribe, stay safe, and I will see you all in the next one. Have a great day, everybody.